Never 55, ready for you.
Shut up. Who else is arguing?
It was him arguing, and me being the mother, I was yelling, telling him to stop, to knock it off. He didn't do nothing.
What
It
is
was
going
just
on?
arguing.
We were just arguing because he's
He
mad.
can go in my car, Dallas.
He's mad that I've been staying here with my mom. He tried saying
It's just,
that, you know, I wasn't helping my mom out. And
it's just that.
Hold on, just wait.
I said that, you know, I've been helping her out. And then, you know, we were just arguing back and forth. And I told him, I was like, please stop. My mom was telling him to stop.
Okay.
That's all that happened.
Okay.
And I start yelling because I start getting scared.
Okay. All right.
You know.
All right. Okay. Do you have an ID?
I do.
But neither one of them did anything wrong. Just
But when I
arguing.
show up here and I need to figure stuff out, and I deal with that, we're not doing that.
6:27, 29. (970) A Adam M Mary 2729.
So
There you go.
where's Andrew at now?
It's in the back of my car.
Do you need his name? I can give you his name.
I do need his name.
It's Andrew Haus.
How long were you guys fighting for?
Did you?
It was just a few minutes.
Yeah, it was just them bickering back and forth because, you know, one of them says something, the other one gets snappy back and just causes argument.
What's his birthday?
5/14/97.
With who?
Got one for Gabriel Myers and one for Zachary Nichols.
10-4. I'm assuming those are both males.
They're not here. I haven't talked.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He don't even live here either.
What about?
Did he hit you?
No,
No.
he didn't.
There
Just
wasn't.
verbal?
Just verbal, yes.
Yeah, that's all it was. Them bickering back and forth.
Well, I don't know what happened prior to my arrival, right? But obviously it doesn't sound like there was much cooperation going on prior to me arriving. But obviously we got called here for
Yeah,
a reason.
I know they called because we seen them out there with their phone and there was yelling going on
Right.
and you know, I was yelling, you guys just stop, and you know, because in the past they did have it, like years ago, they had a pretty good fight years ago that, and I had a stroke last year, and it just scares me when they start arguing, so. I didn't want nothing like what happened years ago. And
Right. You live here?
I do.
Okay.
he's been staying
And
here
it's
with me.
mom?
Yes.
Okay. And then Andrew.
Yes.
He's my son too.
He lives over in
St. Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay.
He comes every weekend
To hang out or?
to hang out, do stuff if I need it done.
Okay.
You know, like during the summer, he comes and mows my yard for me and everything. And today he was out here planting some flowers for me
Okay.
and filling my bird feeders for me.
And that's wife?
Yeah,
Girlfriend?
that's his wife, and then
Okay.
the little boys was his kids.
They're inside now.
Yeah,
Yes.
my daughter took them inside because they started freaking out.
Okay. Well, I think they'll get sorted out. Obviously, we get called down here for a fight going on, so
It was
we're gonna make sure that.
argument, so
Yeah. Well, a lot of times when people do call, sometimes it doesn't always present itself the way it
yeah.
is, but
Yeah.
we have to respond according to what we know at the time. So.
Yeah, and I think probably the reason they called was basically because of my yelling, basically.
Right.
Hearing a woman yelling and getting loud with it. 'Cause,
That could be a scary thing.
yeah.
Is he getting arrested? I don't
what?
want him. I don't want him to get arrested.
I'm not entirely sure.
Why did he get arrested?
Well, it doesn't sound like I said, it doesn't sound like there was a whole lot of cooperation when law enforcement first showed up. So there could be an interference charge. I'm not entirely sure. But when we get called to, situations like that, we obviously need to sort it out. And if there's not the cooperation that's needed to figure out what's going on, to see if anybody's been injured in a fight or anything like that, and obviously being at a house, it could be a domestic situation. So we need to, we don't ask questions to get people in trouble, we ask questions to make sure people are safe.
It definitely
Yeah.
wasn't domestic.
So that's why when questions are asked and people have either attitudes or whatnot.
I was trying to grab my ID to give it to you before all that went down. So.
Well, I wasn't here when the first three guys showed up, so. But we'll get it sorted out, okay? Do you need to sit down?
No, they was trying to get me to sit down when they was arguing. I just couldn't at the time.
Well, if you need to sit down, or if you can sit down. That's fine.
Well, I'm just worrying right now, hoping that he ain't getting arrested for nothing.
Well, we'll get it all sorted out, okay?
Yeah, will you go get me my house shoes to put on?
You come over here and talk to your husband here.
Yeah. Is he getting arrested?
That I don't know. I haven't been over there to talk or find out.
No matter how he be free to leave, and I'll bring it back down here. But he will be leaving. He's not staying here. Thanks for helping.
They're gonna. What's he? Just interference?
Yeah. You can plead.
I'll go tell her.
Okay.
Why is he being arrested?
So, like I explained earlier, right? When we show up to calls like this, we got to make sure that everybody's safe, and that's why we ask the questions that we do. It doesn't sound like when the other officers arrived here that there was a whole lot of cooperation from. Is it Andrew?
Yeah, that's Andrew.
From Andrew. So what Andrew's going to be charged with a count of interference with official acts. Okay. And it's just a simple misdemeanor. He's going to be cited and released, and he'll be brought back down here. Okay.
Okay.
But like I said, when we arrive on calls like this, like I was explaining to you, we don't ask questions to get people in trouble. We ask questions to make sure that we understand what's going on and what the situation is. And when we're met with somebody who doesn't want to tell us anything or is disrespectful and or just and I don't know what happened before I got here, right? But it doesn't really necessarily sound like he was being too cooperative, right?
Yeah.
That's
So I know that might be him, right? I get that, but
it's just him and watching.
right.
Well, I was gonna say his stepdad was like that.
Right.
It's his dad to him.
And unfortunately, it doesn't make it
like that.
It doesn't make it right. I mean, we all got to be held accountable, right?
Yeah.
So he just, like I said, he's just being cited for interference, and it's a simple misdemeanor without injury. It's just a simple misdemeanor. So he'll be back down here in just a little bit. Okay, but I would recommend trying to maybe talk some issues before he gets back down here so we don't have another issue.
I tried talking to him, but you can ask him. Trying to talk to him, though, it's not always easy.
It's
Well, it
not
doesn't-
just him, it's you too, because I tell you to just don't say nothing,
Right.
and you always gotta
Well, it sounds
have
like
something to say back.
the best option for today might just be, let him go home. Maybe, talk about this some other time when we're not,
What's on the side of your...
That's just always, he's always
Yeah,
like
when
that.
I get stressed out, my neck always gets red.
His cheeks will start getting all red
Yeah.
and blotchy too.
it happens to me too. So, but like I said, he'll be back down here. But I would recommend if you get differences going on, I would talk about those at a later date because obviously today got a little heated and out of control.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and when you guys showed up, or when the first ones did, he looked at him and said, "You called cops on me." And like, no,
I
it wasn't
didn't.
him,
No.
because
No, but obviously, living in, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a small town, but living in town here, when things get loud, people are going to call because they're
Yeah.
concerned,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened today. So,
yeah, and we've seen her over there standing out there with her phone, so
right.
well, my daughter had seen it first, because she said.
Well, at least you
she's
got good
evidently
neighbors. They're going to call when they need to, right?
Yeah.
When there's hooting and hollering going on, we don't know what's going on. That's when we want people to call because we want everybody to be safe. So,
Yeah.
all right. You got any other questions?
No, I don't think so. Just,
Okay. Well, he'll be back down in a little bit. He's not spending the night or anything like that. He's just getting cited and released. Okay?
all right.
All right.
Ever.